We are back, baby. We are on time, despite what Corman and RPG lovers constantly say. No, I'm not late. I'm not late at all. I am exactly. A wizard arrives exactly when he is supposed to. All right, all right, all right. How's everybody doing, man? How is everybody doing? How's everyone feeling today? Hopefully you guys had a fantastic weekend, because I know I did. I had a great weekend hanging out with the boys, Darkstar and RPG lovers. We went to Katie Boy's Tactical League Vietnam event. So I just got back from that, which I will be talking about as well, which was so much fun. It's so much fun. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Themed events are so much freaking fun, man. That was an absolute vibe. And if you were there, awesome. You know what I'm talking about, especially game 2, where we actually got to play on the big boy map. That was my favorite. I love that map. I have a lot of good memories from it last year and even this year as well, because there was a lot more people that I knew that I was actually playing with. But yeah, man, I'm excited to hang out today. We have an interesting theme going on as well. We're talking about themed events or game modes, or like large game modes or airsoft events in general. We're going to be talking a lot about those during tonight's stream. So do me a favor, if you haven't already, leave a like on the live stream, please, and thank you. That does wonders for the YouTube algorithms and actually letting us show up on people's feed when they're subscribed to us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon so you're notified every time we drop new content, free content might I add, such as this, and continue spreading the word around to as many people as possible, man. To as many people as possible. Word of mouth is so important during these trying times on social media. But let's see who we got in the chat so far. Cutter, what's going on, man? Hello. 0 days, what up? Our Corman, of course, RPG lovers, of course, my mans. Good to have you both here. Ron the Dawn, it's always a pleasure, my man. Darkest of Trees, how you doing, man? Good to have you here as well. Operator Deadbolts, what's up, man? Good to have you here, man. Good to have you here again. Zubinel, what's happening? Wick the Airsoft, what's going on, man? Good to have every single one of you at Mother Effers here with me. Been collecting ears. I get that reference. No. They wouldn't let us. Melee wasn't allowed. Melee was not allowed. Otherwise, yes, we would be indeed collecting those ears and putting them on a necklace, just like Dolph Lundgren in Universal Soldier. 100% we'll be doing that. Yeah, Dartree, we were waiting for you, man. We were waiting for you. You said you were gonna pull through, man. I tried calling you and everything. Weren't there, man. You wasn't there. Warzone, what happened, man? I'm trying. Okay. Random thing to say on stream, but you know what? That's fine. That's totally okay. I'm all right with that. I don't judge. Try mushrooms. I feel nothing. Hey, you never know, man. It might just kick in when you least expect it. Lieutenant Muffin Man, good to have you on the stream as well, my man. Good to have you here. The Problem 420, what's up, dude? What's up? Dude, good to have all of you guys here. Again, if you haven't already, continue sharing this around, man. Let people know what we got going on, man. J-Cam Hobbies, what's up, man? It has been a hot minute. It has indeed been a whole... How long has it been? I actually don't remember. But it's been a while. Hat, what's going on, man? The Quesadilla 02, is that you, Noah? Is that the younger me? The younger sibling unit? What's that? Yeah, we are so back, dog. We are... Hello? We're back, department? We are so back. Foxtrot Research Group. Just got the LWS slide this morning. Stippling the frame now. Ooh, fancy. Fucking fancy, man. The LWS slides are clean as hell, dog. Ever do any airsoft in Colorado? The Problem 420. I would love to try to play airsoft pretty much in most other states. Again, my goal this year, because I got a lot of things happening this year. As you guys know, yes, getting married. That's like one of the big ones. Other than getting married, which is the most important and the biggest goal that I have right now. For airsoft specifically, my goal was to get, for 2026, was to host another BB Wars event that was going to be a massive step up over the last one that I did, over my first attempt at doing it, organizing it. And I think I've met that goal. I want to say that I've met that goal. And I want to say it's only going to get better from here, right? Hopefully with enough perseverance. Knock on wood there. But the other goal is to go to Copperhead, baby. So go to Copperhead. Me and my buddy Nate, we're already discussing it, that we would more than love to be able to go to make the drive out to New Mexico. And yeah, man, and just try it out for ourselves. Hopefully we can get some more buddies with us as well. So it's not just a team of 2 with us this time around, you know what I mean? So hopefully we can do more. But we shall see. We shall see on that front. Marriage equals light work. What do you mean? That's true. It is the easy part. We've already like done most of the work in being a married couple. Now it's just a matter of the ceremony and what have not. Winning in this economy, lol, congrats. Yeah, dude. Here's the thing. Believe it or not, even though we are doing a destination wedding and everything, way cheaper. Oh my god, dude. Not even comparable. Not even comparable. And it's funny because my brother-in-law is also getting married this weekend, and you know, super happy for him. I'm like, you know, wish him congrats and everything, but man, like, he was going over the pricing for everything that they're doing, and like, dude, it's a night and day difference how much more expensive it is to do a wedding here compared to us going to like destination wedding where we're gonna end up celebrating our honeymoon anyway, you know what I mean? And it's funny because our wedding actually lands right like the day before, like literally the day before our anniversary from when we first got together, which is hilarious to me, which is exactly what we wanted. It's exactly what we wanted. So every year we celebrate our anniversary, it's literally 2 days worth of anniversaries that we're celebrating. So I see we got up to a few more viewers now. Guys, appreciate every single one of you guys. If you haven't already, leave a like on this live stream. If you'll notice on the left-hand side of me, you'll notice the promos there. The Certified Hood Classic, every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries into the live stream giveaway. Now, what exactly am I talking about? I'm, of course, talking about this bad boy. Live stream giveaway. Again, as a reminder, don't buy this. Don't buy that. That's literally just rules for the giveaway itself. Don't buy that. That's not something that wouldn't normally work. So just don't do that. But yes, live stream giveaway happening this Thursday. We weren't able to find a winner last week, which means we still have a stacked prize pot of a $350 YouTube unboxing mystery box, which can go to anybody. And all you got to do is place your $20 or greater order within the week's time frame, again, from last Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, till this Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And you have a shot at winning gold, right? I'll leave a link to the live stream rules right there for everyone to read for themselves. A lot of you regulars should already know, but in case you need a reminder, or if I have any first-time watchers here, or guys that just want to partake in the live stream giveaway for the very first time, by all means, give that a read. But again, every 50 gets you 2. That's only for the duration of this live stream. Same thing with the next one. 24 entries, 24 chances of winning if you order a Mayo Gang MGC4. It doesn't matter which one. If you order a GBR version, like a pre-order for one, absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. If you order yourself any one of the Mark 2s, Mark 3s, or even the OG Mark 1s, it doesn't matter. 24 chances of winning the live stream giveaway, which is a lot of entries. I'll leave a link to the MGC4s as well on the live stream giveaway. And a little reminder, we started this we started this Monday. Yeah, we started this promotion going on Monday, I believe. Or no. Yeah, we started this promotion yesterday. Right now, ordinarily, yes, any order $189 or more would automatically qualify for free UPS ground shipping. But for a limited time only, all orders that are over $149, all orders over $149 will get free UPS ground shipping, baby. So again, this is for limited time only. Take advantage now while you guys can. Again, we're trying to help you guys out as much as possible and saving a couple of your schmeckles, your rupees, trying to help you save as much as possible. We know it's tough out there, so we are trying to have your back right here, and trying to offer you the best prices possible with all the shocker deals. But just so you are aware, shocker deals right now are actually coming to a close. They're actually going to be coming to a close at the end of the night. You got like a little under 4.5 hours left before shocker deals are over. So just take advantage of those as well. So much good stuff, man. So much good stuff. So we got more people up in here as well. Primo Technician, what's going on, man? Cobra Striker, what's happening, dog? Cutter, my man. Always a pleasure, dog. Always a pleasure. Mutiny, hello, hello, hello. Mexico ain't ready for the queso gang. No, they're not, man. They are absolutely not. I am gonna be the utmost worst no sabo kid they have ever seen before, dude. Constantly asking, "Donde está el baño? Where's the bathroom? Tengo hambre." Just the most basic things I can ask, you know. Gnarls, what's happening, dog? Zatone yours 7. What's up, man? Welcome to the stream, dog. Just bought myself a VFC FAL OSW yesterday. How are you been liking yours? Every time I've had an opportunity to shoot the VFC FAL OSW, it has been a dream. It has been an absolute dream boat. I love that thing to death. If there was any negatives to it, it's probably, of course, like any other GBR, the price for it and the price of the magazines. But realistically, that's nothing that's unique to it in terms of a con. It's just the reality of GBRs, but even then, it could be worse. I have seen way worse prices for that thing and its magazines elsewhere. They're saying we got the best price possible. But yeah, man, I've been absolutely loving mine. Hopefully, I can use it at another event, hopefully soon. But I need to load up on magazines. We're still waiting for our shipment of more Magamazinos. Save me schmeckles for more GBR mags. That's right, Primo Technician. That's right, man. That's right. You got to get yourself. By the way, which again, those pre-orders are coming in soon. They are coming in very, very soon. Wife and I got lucky with our wedding. It was just before COVID in late 2019. Oof. Oh damn, man. That's crazy. Good luck. Actually, what's funny for me is that when Jazz and I first moved in with each other, we moved in. Because she came back down from SF, to LA. She transferred offices so she could be closer to family back in 2019, right? So 2020 came around, and next thing you know, had lockdown, and we were just both like, we just wanted to get out of the house because this has been something that we'd been planning for a while, and it just, I figured, what, let's look around at prices. It couldn't hurt, and then we found that because of COVID, they were struggling to get tenants at a lot of places, at a lot of apartments, so they were dropping their prices like crazy cheap. So we found a great place that was like super, like well below like our maximum spending budget, and we were like, let's do it. So we moved in during the peak of the pandemic, during the height of the pandemic, when lockdown, like only I think like a month into lockdown, and like we moved in with each other, which was crazy. But it was a good experience, man. It was a good experience overall, and we've been together ever since in terms of just living together and making it official, with the ring on my finger as well. In November, man, which is gonna be pretty freaking sweet. If you do have any airsoft related questions, by the way, or just questions in general that could be completely off the rails, by all means, feel free to go ahead and ask away. Just put the letter Q in front of the question. It makes it a lot easier for me to spot and identify, and of course, they're my answer. Just don't answer your question more than once or more than twice if I haven't already answered it, just because again, that's considered spamming. Let's just not do that. I don't want to have to deal with that right now. Victor, what's going on, man? Victor, what happened, man? We were missing you during Vietnam, baby. We were missing you during the NAM, man. We could have used a rocket launcher, you know what I mean? We could have used a rocket launcher to help us out, bro. What if I get a mystery box and ask for an MGC4 specifically? 0 days, it depends on what mystery box specifically that you get. Here's what I would suggest. If you want to request a mystery box, right? Go for, again, it's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee. But one of the things that this one would probably be your better bet right now in terms of being able to score one, right? There is a limit to what it is that you can win. Obviously, when it comes to YouTube unboxing mystery boxes, even the bigger wins, right? Even with the bigger wins, there is still a limit to how expensive of a prize you could potentially win. But I will say your odds look a lot better with that one. That one, or I would say... It's another good one. Yeah, that's probably going to be your best one. Either that or the... Let's do these. The private collection mystery boxes could also work. Oh, God, my eyeballs. Oh, much better, much better. I would say if you want one of those, try this one. Try the Kevin's private collection mystery box. That'll be like, I can't guarantee that you're going to get exactly what you're asking for, but that would be a good place to start as well, considering, the price of that box. Again, I do try to hook you guys up with more expensive stuff compared to what you actually spend, so that way it's always a come up. You'll never get anything less than what it is that you pay for. The retail value of the entire box is going to be at the bare minimum what you paid for. You're never going to get shortchanged like that. Now, if you wanted something other than an MGC4, but you just wanted something, a little bit more eclectic, again, I would say get yourself an Isaias private collection mystery box. Again, these have sold out quite a bit. I was surprised with how many had sold out. But if you did want something pretty sweet, something more eclectic, something a little more retro even possibly, if you like LMGs, battle rifles, retro stuff, unique offerings, I would say this is the mystery box to go with, personally. Because again, I do try to hook people up with some pretty unique stuff out there. Miss Joshua Landers, what's going on, man? Welcome to tonight's stream, dog. Good to have you as well. By the way, guys, tonight's theme, Airsoft events. You need to do more Airsoft events. Yes. Okay, so here's what I would say. If you guys want to give this a read, this is optional. This is not going to be like mandatory reading or anything. You mean I gotta read? I'm not gonna make you guys read it meat shit if you don't want to. But I will say, if you were to go, if you want to read something interesting, especially if you didn't make it out for the last BB Wars event, or if you did make it out to the BB Wars event, when you scroll down here, look at our blog section, Airsoft information, all these different topics. We just added a new one that I had written called BB Wars Coastal Front 2, right? Basic summation of what happened during the event itself, a couple of photos that I collected, and just describing my overall experience about the event, my mindset going into it, a little bit of behind the scenes perspective, that sort of thing, and also just a reason why BB Wars events and just Airsoft events in general, big or small, it doesn't really matter, why they are important in the grand scheme of things. By the way, this is an awesome photo right here that we took. This is all of Empire right now. That was on the field at the time. That was sick. That was sick. And shout out to all the staff. That's our boy, Lance right there, freaking awesome. Matt, absolute Chad, and of course the two refs. I wasn't able to catch their names, but man, they were holding it down. They were holding it down for sure. They were young. These are new staff that they had. Newer staff they had with them. They hadn't done a BB Wars previously. Those specific staff members. So this was their first time. So they were just kind of having to roll with it. Trying to get things moving. And you know what, Lance did a fantastic job. Matt, you were awesome as a host, but I know Lance was, you would let me know that he was spearheading the event, and it was awesome. He was the right choice, 100%. I think any of you guys could have done it, but Lance did a bang-up job. But yeah, if you do want to give that a read for yourself, which I would suggest you do. I think it is very interesting to read. It doesn't take that long. Feel free to go ahead and give that a read, if you will. But essentially, at the nutshell, I do describe why it is so important to have Airsoft events like this. Maybe not even necessarily, if you don't want to do BB Wars, then fine, whatever. Just go out and do your local events if you do have any, or make the drive out to a lot of those events. Because whenever organizers see that there are a lot of participants at events, that is a very good sign. There's a very good sign that people still like Airsoft. People still like Airsoft, people still want to partake in Airsoft, and people are willing to do what it takes to engage with their fellow Airsofters, that there's still a desire to have a community network still there, and that there are still guys that want to get out and play with their fellow Airsofters. It's really bad when you have events that nobody wants to sign up for, or you have events that people start leaving in the middle of. And obviously, if there are valid reasons for leaving, 100% of course, if, for example, you're getting shortchanged, right? Like the event's just not, like they're not doing it, or it gets canceled, obviously, yes. Or if you're being mistreated by the staff, then yeah, absolutely, then there's no need to go ahead and do anything like that. Or worst case scenario, if like genuinely bad weather, where it's actually dangerous for you as a player, as a person, then of course, yeah, don't do it. But it is always a good thing to pull up for a lot of the Airsoft events that are local to you. And here's the thing, and if you don't have Airsoft events that are local to you, completely understandable. Like seriously, like what are you gonna do? Like not everyone has the privilege to be able to go out, right? And either have time, make time, or the finances needed to be able to make the drive out or take the flight out if need be to partake in a lot of these events, right? That's completely understandable, and that's not, I'm not here to make anybody feel bad about that. But if you do even have the slightest chance of doing it, it is worth it. The players that you meet at these events, right? Obviously, there's like the service level of Airsoft, which is like, going to your local field, right? Going to your local field and playing, with a bunch of people there, which is still important. You are still showing support for your local businesses, right? Your fields, your shops, and what have you, right? Of course, absolutely, which is still important. But that's very much like tip of the iceberg type shit. You keep going down lower, then you start doing like events. And then of course I would say at the very at the very base, like that iceberg, right? The lowest levels would be like, okay, you're doing milsim events. We're doing like some pretty hardcore milsim events. I would say that maybe you're doing or trying to get into, the SpeedQB like leagues and what have you, as close to a professional as you can possibly get within the realm of Airsoft, right? With those two like routes you can either take, but either way are still pretty deep down the rabbit hole. You don't have to necessarily go that far, but even then, those are still important too. The fact that they have a consistent, like I always like, milsim events in general, right? Like we're talking American Milsim, we're talking Milsim West. These are like some of the best milsim organized, and now Zone 37, honestly, which again, if you guys haven't, make sure to go and check out Zone 37. Freaking looks fantastic, looks amazing, honestly, and I can't wait till I can do one when I get the time for it. But my point being that if those events don't have participants, what's the motivating factor to being able to host anything else, anything ever? Again, if they know they're not going to get like people that want to partake in this, right? And then if events don't want to pull up and do that, then there's nothing really exciting to really look forward to. And you can still go to your regular field and do your regular play. That's fine. If events aren't really your thing, then sure, fine. But I do feel that the player base is missing out severely when they don't partake in their local events. It doesn't have to be a hardcore milsim. It doesn't have to be a hardcore milsim. It can just be like a themed event. Katie Boy Tactical League, the most difficult part about that was the length of the games themselves. Each game was about 45 minutes to about an hour long. Just like BB Wars, right? Just like BB Wars. But other than that, the games themselves weren't that difficult. Like, gameplay-wise, yeah, it can be difficult when, I'm trying to, get this kill, or I'm trying to, win for my team and everything. That, of course, that's besides the point. I'm talking just, like, the demand physically, or the demand financially for it. Events like Tactical League and BB Wars are cool because you can show up in basically whatever kit that you want. Literally whatever kit that you want. It's an opportunity for you, if anything, to show off and maybe even be creative with some of your kits, right? There was a lot of dudes that, showed up and, they just wanted to show up in regular modern kits. So as long as they were following the rules, right, that was all that was important. And yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. The fact that you're still buying a ticket and showing up is still cool. I definitely like the LARPing aspect for sure. And so, of course, me, RPG Lovers, Darkstar, we were kitted out, you know what I mean, in a lot of the Alice gear. Nomex gloves, you know what I mean? Like, we even tried pulling up, at least I did, showing up with, like, the more retro style guns. And you know what, RPG Lovers, he did a good job, too. He brought out his M16. I'm pretty sure you brought the A1, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he brought out his A1, which, you know what? It fit the vibe, man. With our matching tiger stripe, bruh, it was a vibe to be sure. It was absolute pristine vibes all around to be had. And shout out to all the guys that actually pulled up with like more retro style gear. That was cool. That was awesome to see. I love seeing people with the M1 helmets, the OD green fatigues, dude, the M16s, the XM177s, RP. I actually did see one dude with an RPD, which was sick as hell, which was sick. I love seeing RPDs. The dudes in the rice hats, the Viet Cong dudes, that was so much fun. That was so sick, right? And the game modes that we got to play, these are not game modes that you would normally play at regular walk-on fields. Regular walk-on fields, you guys know the deal. 5-minute, maybe even 10-minute matches typically. Switch sides after. If you're lucky, maybe it's a 30-minute round, and you switch sides after, depending on how large the field is, how many people you got. But a lot of times it's just the same old force on force, team deathmatch, and those can be fun, but it's so boring. Like, I don't want to just play a basic COD lobby. I want to do like some Battlefield shit. You know what I mean? I want to play some Battlefield. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, in summation, events are really important. They are really, really important for the entirety of Airsoft, not just for the event organizers so they can continue making more events, but also just for the community. It is a very big community-driven events, and those are things that within Airsoft lore, people know about. And you'll know this because even when you go to events, you'll find veterans that have been, playing these events for how many longer participants, long-time participants for these. It's almost like the same thing with BB Wars, right? Because of how much a lot of the members of the Mayo Gang have stuck with us for so long, a lot of the previous events that we've done, or other events, or things we've hosted, are kind of ingrained in the history, really. And so a lot of guys will have those inside jokes. They'll be like, hey, remember when this shit happened? Remember when that happened? And boy stuck his head in the toilet or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's a stupid shit like that, right? But that's all stuff that you wouldn't know or even experience unless you were there. It really is if you were there, you know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point. And it's always welcoming to new players, because we want to be able to have that with the rest of the Airsoft community. The rest is entirely up to the community itself, right? We do our best to promote, we do our best to share around and post on social media, but ultimately it does come down to the players, the community, if they're even interested in something like that. I will say it is nice to see the how excited and to hear how much anticipation there was for Coastal Front 2 from a lot of the community up north. They were very excited to have us there. I feel like that's the only downside with SoCal Airsoft, is that while SoCal Airsoft is definitely the mecca for Airsoft for sure, there's no argument there. It is 100%. There's no other place that'll have as many shops, as many fields, as many events that are hosted. There just isn't, right? I think we're spoiled for choice when it comes to events. I think we're spoiled for choice when it comes to organizers and, you know what I mean? Like, and even fields, I would say. I think because we have so many choices, it's maybe some people just don't really, I don't want to say necessarily appreciate, but maybe it does come down to that. Maybe SoCal Airsoft just don't appreciate what we have as much, because when you go out there, there's really not a whole lot of options out there when you start getting outside of major metropolitan areas, right? There just isn't. But yeah, no, I would say that it was just a very nice feeling to being that welcomed and feeling that there was that much level of community that guys wanted to have at U.S. Airsoft World, and they were willing to accept us in once again, which was just so freaking nice. And again, Tactical League did a freaking fantastic job again with their Vietnam event. I think it's slowly becoming like their most popular event that they do, and I could see it's for good reason. It's awesome. It's absolutely awesome, and I cannot wait till I can do it again. If anything, I want more like historical themed events like that. Like, I want a Cold War, like an 80s style event. You know what I mean? Like, I want an 80s themed Cold War gone hot. I think there was that event that happened like somewhere, I think like somewhere in the south, or like or maybe even Eastern Seaboard. It was Red Divide. Like, I would love to have done something like that, right? 1980s themed. Oh, yes. I would love to do something like that. But again, just gotta wait for the next one, unfortunately. Let's see here. I wonder how many people have gotten their orders in. Let's take a look, shall we? All right, I want to start giving some shout outs to people. Let's see here. Orders. Yes, 2026. Yes, of course. Orders. Oh, okay. I don't see many people placing their orders. I don't know what's happening. I don't see many people placing their orders at all, unfortunately. Remember, guys, every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries into the live stream giveaway. Again, that is going down this Thursday for a $350 YouTube unboxing mystery box, so more than likely the prize is going to be even more. All right, I'll leave a link to the live stream giveaway rules on the chat for y'all to check out. And remember, free shipping right now. Free shipping for all orders over $149. We have our shocker deals, our sale discount items. Those are expiring by the end of tonight, so again, get those orders in before it's too late. All right, I'm going to start answering some questions here. To get my Alabama here now, and I have to drive 2+ hours to get to my most local field, and if I do, I'm camping all weekend. Yeah, but you know what? It does make it kind of a cool like weekend trip, It's like airsofting and camping. That sounds freaking sick. Feel like I should have been more aggressive during game 2. What's up, Darkstar? Good to have you in here. We just sat in the forest waiting for them to rush a good minute. To be fair, they were attacking our spawn. That's the thing. They were so many dudes that just immediately took off that it's like we just kind of left this whole area like undefended, and this is where like a lot of the leftover boxes are. Let's hang back, because they kept attacking it, so it's like, all right, cool. So we ended up playing defense for the first half, and then we moved up slowly but surely. I did see quite a few bodies. Like, again, we were doing our job, but again, it's just you can only do so much. Game 2 definitely went to the Viet Cong for that one, but you know what? It's fine, man. It's all good. Tell me it wasn't a vibe, though. Tell me, though, Darkstar, it was not a vibe. Just having to make our way through that rough jungle-ish terrain, that swampy, swampy mud, the dried up ravine and everything. Like that was sick. Like that was cool, right? And you just see the rice hats in the distance. You're like, oh shit, right? Dude, you should have seen it, guys. Darkstar busted out the HPA 249. Bro, I mean, yes, I know 249 was not his regular, whatever. But he busted out the HPA 249. We'll pretend it's an M60 and just started laying hate down the freaking jungle paths, man. It was so sick. It was so cool to watch that. That Zone 37 event though, yeah, Nicholas Rourke. That Zone 37 looks amazing. Gnarls, I've told you, it's just a matter of one getting like obviously the ticket, spending the money, which obviously I did see that Zone 37 was willing to to hook me up, which I do appreciate, but it was honestly just a matter of time. I'm hoping that I can make the next one. I really, really want to be able to make the next one. Hopefully maybe like not super far away, a little bit closer would be cooler, but King of the Hill, Domination, Team Deathmatch, and Hardcore Team Deathmatch. King of the Hill can be fun for sure. Foxtrot, absolutely. Domination as well. I think the Conquest, any sort of Conquest mode where it's a matter of capturing command posts, I think that's one of my favorites because it's so simple, but it's so good and it still allows for dynamic gameplay as opposed to just, okay, rush the center, we're now at half, In Big Bear during summer, oof, in Big Bear does sound cool. I share my whisk with you, Revolt. Didn't even really know you. Some of the best people I've met were at AMS. That's true. Yeah, some of the best people, some of the coolest people you'll ever meet will be at events like that, Some of the nicest guys ever, too. Whether it be a MILSM event, whether it be at competitions, any sort of themed events. Like, these are just, it's just super important. For Airsoft to continue to grow, there has to be more than just regular walk-on games. It can't just be go to your local field, pay your entrance fee, or maybe you have like a, what do I normally call them? When you have like a pass, that normally goes like a year-long pass or some bullshit like that, right? Like a membership, right? Where you can do that, where you can just walk in and you sign in because you already paid for your membership, like whatever it might be. Which is fine. Again, it is important still, but events are just so freaking important, man. They add so much more excitement. They add life and bring energy into the community again. It feels like a breath of fresh air when you can do something other than team deathmatch for like, X amount of minutes at your local field, right? You got to break, and that's how people get bored. That's how people get bored of Airsoft, right? You got to do events like that when shit can be a lot more unexpected, a lot more random. And even if they're a little more niche, by all means, go for it. Absolutely, it's that's what adds to the the fun element. It adds layers, it adds dimension. Question. So how are you feeling about some of the new stuff on the store? Not sure how I feel about this. TDM commentator. I think I need to see it on a gun. So there is going to be like customs using a lot of the CTM stuff coming up in the future. It's just been a matter of time to be able to, because we have to plan. It's not like we can just make a custom out of nowhere. We have to plan it out, like set the pricing, figure out the parts we're going to use for it, put it all together, do the QC for it, make sure it's going to work, or is this going to be a project that's like, because there's been a lot of times where we've tried to make customs and realistically they just weren't going to be feasible to constantly make like more than one, you know what I mean? Like, and it's not very profitable to just make the one, as opposed to making something that's like, okay, here's pictures of one that we built and this is something that can be recreated. That's typically more like where we're kind of at right now. But yeah, once we've done enough testing and kind of figured out what works, yeah, you'll start seeing more customs of them. I think it's good that we're offering. Look, here's the thing. Is a lot of the CTM stuff going to be applicable to someone like me, a player like me, knowing what I like, knowing what I don't like? No, obviously not. With that said, I want to carry everything. I'm stingy. I'm greedy. Like, as a retailer and as a salesman, I'm the greediest motherfucker you will ever meet because I want to sell everything. Obviously, there's some things that I just would be like, I genuinely would be like, one, this is not like, I don't want to be like supporting, competitors and everything like that. Obviously, that's kind of the, you know what I mean? But second of all, there are some things that I genuinely would feel bad selling to people unless they knew exactly what they were getting into and they needed it for whatever reason, right? Then sure, whatever. But just in general, I want to sell everything. Like, I want to have every platform under the sun. in our inventory, you know? I want to be able to sell every accessory. I want to be able to sell everything. Is it feasible? No. And there's not a store out there that sells literally everything. There isn't. There physically cannot be, right? There's too much that exists out there, too many variables, too many circumstances that, you know, disqualify certain items from being sold, you know, either stateside or being sold locally, like whatever it might be. It's just not possible. Now, with that said, again, I just want to be able to sell everything, and CTM stuff is cool. Like, for what it is, it's really freaking sick. I like the quality behind all of it. But again, is it something that I personally would be using? No, but that's just because, again, the way I play and the guns that I'm building don't really need any of that. But it's still cool. It's still really sick that we carry all that, you know? We have options for you guys, the shoppers, you know? The community has more options, you know, whenever we carry more stuff, which is true, which is absolutely true. As well. I just took a final today. I'm done with reading and being smart. Hey man, you know what? How did you feel taking the final though? Did you feel like okay about it or what? You know, like my brother's graduating. I think his graduation's next week. Yeah, next week. Next week Wednesday. Yes, next week Wednesday. So everyone, wish him congratulations. Really anticipating the Mark IV as are my tools. Yeah, man, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on it too once you get it in. I think you're gonna be very happy with it. I think you're gonna be very happy with it. But again, we'll see. Yes, thank you. Please, if you haven't already, make sure to leave a like on this live stream and continue sharing this around with as many people as possible. What is this? What is this? Shout out to a Mr. Antonio. Mr. Antonio got himself a classic Army ML10 in addition to a Lancer Tactical Optic. He got himself, what is that? As well. That is, I want to say that's 12. Yeah. Hold on. Let me do some math here. That's going to be 6 entries. Yeah, he's got himself 6 chances of winning. Live stream giveaway this Thursday. Again, shout out to Antonio. Guys, the promotions are right there, all for you to check out for yourselves and take advantage of. Again, every $50 you spend, rewind. Every $50 you spend gets you 2 entries in the live stream giveaway. And again, 24 entries for any orders for an MGC4. But any order that's 149. This is not just for the live stream giveaway. This is for like pretty much the entirety world. We're doing this for the entire, for this extended period of time, but a very limited. $149 over orders will get free shipping. So if your order's over $149, you get the free UPS ground shipping. So again, helping you save a little bit more money, you know. I didn't know what was happening until the last second. You could still buy tickets. You could have still bought tickets. You mentioned the pre-orders coming in, so what'll come first, GBRs or the Mags? I'll be honest, I think they're coming at the same time. Ready for lockdown 2026? Question. Yeah, dude, with the hantavirus. Or the hantavirus, as my buddy Whiskey has been calling it. I don't know if it'll happen. If it does, whatever. You know what I mean? We'll make it through. You know, we'll make it through. It'll just like we did the last one. It'll be fine. We'll see what happens, man. I'll be honest. I don't think it'll get to that point. Knock on wood. But if it does, hey, you know, if we do lockdown again, I could use a vacation. You know what I mean? I could use a vacation. I enjoyed the little bit of like time off I had. I played so much video games, dude. I did shit. All I did was play video games, work out, sleep, cook awesome meals, and like watch movies. That was awesome. I was having time of my life. You know what I mean? I was so happy. I was in perfect harmony. You know what I mean? My anxiety was away. I was super relaxed. Like, I was good, man. I was good. You know, so I'm not complaining. Joshua Landers, I am doing a Fallout-themed Wasteland game this Saturday. Oh, first time to play Airsoft in over a year. Well, I'm glad you're able to play now again, dude. Is there a drum mag for the Mayo GBR? I mean, if there is a GBR or a drum mag for the MWS GBRs out there, then probably. I don't know if we carry one yet, but probably. What if I get a mystery box and ask for an MD4 specifically? Do I still get the... No, you don't. No, you don't get the 24 entries. Disappointment in Espanol. And that as well. What if I order $150 plus in the gift cards? I mean, that's Okay. What's good as well? Congrats, man! I just got married this April myself. Hey, congrats to you, Fox Trot Research. I didn't know that, dude. Congrats on the marriage, dog. If I buy the rules, does that mean I get to change them? No, you don't get to change the rules around the dawn. New game mode, Army of Two. Oh, two people tied together with that plastic ribbon they use to designate teams. Breaking the ribbon constitutes a hit, and if one player gets hit, both are hit. Damn, that's a tough game mode, dude. I don't know if people would like that, dude. Oh, that's funny. That's a good idea, though. I could see that for a joke game. Mayo Gang, had my knee surgery today. I'll get back to playing this fall, winter. Mutiny, I hope you are able to make a speedy recovery. You know, just take it easy on it, man. And, yeah, man. Hopefully you get back to playing as soon as possible. Okay, scrolling down, because I know there's going to be a lot more. MGC Mac 11. Bruh. An MGC SMG. Well, the MGC SMG is going to be an MP9 when it comes out. Or not, MP9. MP5. It's going to be an MP5 when it comes out, not a MP9. It's going to be an MP5. That's when it comes out, right? When that eventually becomes a thing. But a Mac 11 would be hot. I love a Mac, dude. I love the Macs. Honestly, I love Uzi. If I can get an Uzi, though, that would be even better. But again, that's just personal preference. What mag pouches do you use for Uzi? Anything like that's designed specifically for like an SR25 mag should fit the FAL mags. Anything that's designed for the SR25 mag should fit it. I have like these Lancer Tactical Hardshell mag pouches. I use those on pretty much most of my play carriers, like my multicam play carrier setup. That's like my favorite one to use. It's on there. Those are solid. Just again, anything that's meant for SR25 magazines, M110 magazines, it'll work for that. Too many exclusive deals. Let me run the MGC25 maybe. Have Cisco DM me. The great thing about CTM stuff is how modular those parts are. That's true. RPG Lovers has like, he's gotten a lot of CTM stuff on his builds. It is very interesting to see how like, man, you can really build this shit out. It's crazy. So CTM stuff is good at the very least in that regard. If you don't like the way it looks, at least you can acknowledge the fact that it is, okay, it's a pretty modular system. The local walk-ons is where the team recruiting happens, and the events is where y'all run them together, in my opinion. That's true. That is how our team formed for Milsim West, our team TFA, Task Force Azimuth. A lot of the members right now, unfortunately, it feels like we've done so many events together that now we're at that period in our life where a lot of us have kind of gone, we're kind of doing our solo arcs. You know what I mean? We're kind of doing our own thing for the moment, so we're a little bit separated at the moment. I'm hoping that a lot of the guys can get back into it. Because it's been a hot minute, man. It's been a very hot minute since we were all able to go out as TFA, right, as my team. We have some guys who have moved out of state. We have some guys that were on a hiatus due to medical reasons, like medical emergencies that came up. Some guys were just very busy with work and just didn't have the time or the means to be able to go ahead and do a lot of the events. So ultimately, the very last event that I did, deadass, for my team, it was two people, and it was Boaz and myself that did that event. Now, I've slowly but surely trying to recruit another member of for TFA specifically. Granted, he does live up north. Shout out my boy Nate. Hopefully he can pull through for Milsim West events with us. But regardless, I know he is down to do Copperhead and other AMS stuff with me, which again, I'm always like, that's super freaking sick. But it does suck. Because, you know, when we all used to play at, you know, our field, we actually used to play at Wildlands, and that's how a lot of them already knew each other, but a lot of them had never done Milsim West. So my buddy Chris Humphreys, Boaz, Taylor, myself, we were the only guys that had done it. So we started just trying to recruit more people within our team. At our peak, at our highest, we had like 18 members. 18 members, dude. We had like enough for 2 whole squads. It was crazy. It was sick. Like, we had a bunch of TFA guys with us, and it was always a blast whenever we got to go. We used to go multiple times a year too. I haven't done a Milsim West event this year, and I do hope that I can make at least one more, even if it's just a Force on Force event at George Air Force Base. Like, I'm still hoping that I can do that this year, because those are always super fun to do. But yeah, we'll just have to build up the team back up again. I remember too, like posting in our Discord, like, hey, we can pull through for this one. Silence, dead silence. Unfortunately, a lot of guys were just too busy. But it is what it is. Hopefully, I can rebuild the team, make it back what it used to be. Thing is, I'm never gonna quit. That's the thing. I will never quit. I will never abandon the team. Ever. Best part of it, was me convincing other people that Isaias was from that airsoft. Yeah, he can't. This is what this motherfucker used to do. He would go when other people would like recognize. Yes, I feel so vain saying when people would recognize me. And he was like, "Oh, I remember you. I've seen your videos, right?" And I was like, "Oh, thanks for watching." He would be right next to me, and he'd be like, "Yeah, yeah, I love you, McMahon." He'd be like, "Oh yeah," like he would mention any other store, any other like like social media host from any other like shop. He would mention them and be like, "Oh yeah, this is so and so." I'm like, I shut up, like like come on now, that'd be ridiculous. But it was funny. I will say it was funny as hell. The domination mode was fun as hell. Yeah, it was. Not era accurate. Not era accurate. It's fun as hell just crawling through the jungle. I can be your mechanic. I'll make your car into a battle car. Hell yeah. Let me be your barber. I need a job. What? Dude, that's funny. I agree with the title of this event. Would be nice to get stalker events in the US like they have in Germany. I know what you're talking about, Cobra 9 Delta. Those are insane. It would be sick to have those here too. Airsoft plus camping equals the best time. You're right, Gnarls. It absolutely is. I love, guys, you can't, like, picture this, right? Riddle me this, Batman. Picture this, right? You were playing all day. You played all day, right? Playing Airsoft with your buddies. Right? Even if it's just like one, right? You played all day with your buddies, hours of playing, hours of combat, right? Doing like crazy shit, getting up to no good, right? Following some objectives, whatever it might be, right? However you play, you get to do hours worth of it. Almost a whole day. Nighttime comes, right? If they're not doing night games, or if you're just, they're just for whatever, you just don't feel like it, and it's time to go to bed, you're like, all right, done for the day. Pack up your stuff, right? You go back to your campsite, and then you start cooking up some delicious glizzies. Start warming up some glizzies by the fire. You have some delicious food. Maybe share some snacks. Maybe even share some spicy drink with your fellow airsofters, whether they're on your team or not. Doesn't matter. You're just hanging out with the guys, right? Hanging out with the fellas, having a few drinks, watching the stars, talking some crazy deep conversations too. Having some crazy deep conversations, whether it be about philosophy, whether it be about history, right? All the personal experiences, crazy stories that have happened, previous events that you may have attended to, just the share and the lore building and sharing that you guys are having right there. Like, and then you wake up and you get to play all over again, right? Yeah, the only thing that would make it better is if I get to go fishing at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing missing. Like, if I got to go to the creek, pretty close, like it was outside, it's not in the AO, it's right next to it. If I got to go fishing right then and there, what else could I ask for? What else could I possibly ask for, But yes, camping and airsofting, a combo that is legendary. Cold War Gone Hot event is called in Red Dawn in Illinois. I was there, great event. Dude, I want to host one so bad. I want to do a Cold War Gone Hot event so freaking bad. And I want to do the problem is I'd want to make it like not like crazy hardcore, but I wanted to make it at least a little bit more like, especially when it comes to the uniforms, right? I would love to make it more uniform centric. But man, it'd be tough to do, man. It'd be very tough to do. Game 3, the cone were hella deep in enemy zone. Yeah, they were, dude. Yeah, Riff said the mole respawn was too close. It be what it be. Now I have to drive towards it as well. Answered as well. Okay, yeah. Most of the game modes are 20-30 minutes and varying objective. The kid with the camera was full-blown invested. 37 event. Okay, yeah, should be all caught up on those. Scrolling down the most recent comments and questions. Guys, we got like just barely over an hour left of this live stream. Make sure to get those orders in before it's too late. If you haven't already, I see we're up in viewers again. Make sure to leave a like on this live stream. I greatly appreciate that you guys are watching, especially my East Coast guys, or if you're working right now, or if you got a shift coming up, or if you're having to take care of the kids, whatever your situation might be. I appreciate every single one of you guys for watching this live stream. It means the world to me if you're subscribed and hit that like button as well. But let's keep on going. Again, if you have questions or just anything you want to ask me, doesn't even have to be Airsoft, that it could be completely off the rails, make sure to put the letter Q in front of your question, please and thank you. Chef, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream, dog. Pop-up 10x10 tent with 4 sides and a door, 8 cents, a couple coats, couple camping chairs, table cooler, propane stove, and a battery-powered LED stove. All these things on my Amazon wish list for exactly the camping airsoft thing, dude. Cutter, have you've done the camping airsoft thing before, right? Or have you never done it before? Dude, if you haven't, awesome. Awesome, dude. If there was a, like, you know what? Maybe even for like a Milsom West, if you were to ever come out, Cutter, it would be tough. And I know it would be tough to do like an MSW event, but if you ever did, that would be sick as well. Or even like an AMS, right? Even an AMS event too would be pretty sick. It's obviously going to be a little bit easier to do the camping part because again, you can choose to just not play at night, right? Whereas MSW, it's like, oh no, you're pulling Firewatch, baby. But yeah, if you were ever able to come out to AMS or do like a Milsom event, like that is multiple day, right? Like then it is so much fun, dude. It's so much freaking fun. No, just Airbnbs. I get you. But yeah, if you ever could, dude, worth it. So freaking worth it. Again, only thing it's missing is a little bit of fishing. You know what I mean? Fish for sand sharks. What the frick? Just can't fish in the desert. I know, dude. I wish I could fish in the desert, bro. Yes, the desert tiger. What is it? The desert tiger shark. You can see it swimming around in the sand. Question, or in your case, deep questions about aquatic life. Yeah, dude, seriously, I love talking about the ocean. I don't know why. I've told this story before once where I was should I tell the story? I think I can tell the story. It was early on in Jez and I dating, and then we were gonna go to the movies, right? Now, ordinarily, you see, you know, when you see couples at the movies, you know, they usually just go in there and they kind of, just kind of cuddle and like maybe do a little bit of making out here and there. And we went to go to the movies and we were just gonna see whatever was in theaters at the time. And at the time, it was that movie, The Shallows. If you guys remember that shark movie. Honestly, I was so locked in on this shark movie. I was like, yo, that shark is massive. That's crazy. Look how it breaches the water, dude. Like, I was so invested in this shark movie, bro. That's how I know I'm on the spectrum. That was where my head was at. I was like, no, this shark is crazy. That's the thing that gets me, dude. Like, nothing will distract me more than a shark movie. Let's see. Found an MGC4 that I had to buy. Ooh. Which one, Warzone? I thought you were going to the one in Cali this weekend. No, not this weekend. No, not this weekend. There was an NPC for our game. Or is corn look on these rescue airsoft? Okay, you could jump me into your gang, TSA, Por Vida. Here's the thing, brewer. You've had an open invite this whole time. I've told you've had an open invite this whole time. I want you and I want Seabass would love it too. I want you and Seabass to do this, right? To do like an event with me. If not Milsom West, do AMS with me. If anything, Bopperhead. Let's do Bopperhead together. We'll do a carpooled caravan type thing. That'd be fun. That'd be freaking sick. I would love to drive to New Mexico. I've never been to New Mexico. I don't know what makes it so new. If you get that up. Anyway, moving on from that terrible dad joke. I could be tripping, but I think I used my gift voucher money. Did you? Let's see here. I think you did, actually. Yes, you did. Oh, yeah, you did. Oh, our boy, Mr. I was going to say your name. Mr. Warzone. Mr. Warzone Workshop got himself an MGC4 Marca 2. Oh, the black and bronze one. That's the exact same one that I have, dude. The exact same one. Literally the exact same colorway. I love the Mark II. The Mark II is my favorite. Even after this time, even after God, how many years has it been? Like 2+ years that it's been out. It's still my favorite one. And the black and bronze looks sick. Yeah, you spent $1.70. The rest was paid for via your store credit that you had saved up. You got yourself 24 chances of winning this week's live stream giveaway. Remember, the entries from the previous live stream giveaway don't count towards this. We had to start anew. So your odds of winning are very freaking high, guys. Make sure to get your orders in before it's too late. Is that mushroom kicking in, Warzone? Is that what's going on? Is the MGC SMG going to be gas or electric? It's going to be AEG when it first comes out, because that's going to be like the most realistic one we can do. Will we eventually get a GBR? Depends. How well will these sell? If these sell well, and if the MGC4 GBRs, if they sell well too, yeah, of course we'll be more motivated to do it and invest in it, because we know it'll sell. If it doesn't sell that well, you know what I mean? Like, laissez-faire, man. Free market. You know, if people don't want it, why make it? Let's see what mechanic for machine company work through this lockdown. Will my Tentacross Cthulhu GV mushroom fit into the Code 11 triple pistol magazine pouch for skew? Okay, thank you. I don't know why she was looking at me like that. Let's see. Here's skew number 67957. What is these? 7957. All right. What am I looking at? Will it fit in there? Yeah. Yeah, it should fit in there. Yeah, I don't see any reason why they wouldn't fit in there. Also, free bottle of mayonnaise with every MGC4 purchase. Free bottle of mayonnaise? Hell no. Hell no, dude. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. You know how much mayonnaise we'd have to buy? I already work remote, so cool. No change for me. Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I am so jealous of people that get to work remote, because that sounds like so nice. Like, obviously, I know it has its own complications. Jazz, for a while during the initial 2 years of the pandemic, did have to do completely remote, and it was rough considering the circumstances. The first apartment we moved into it wasn't like tiny or anything. It was pretty good size. It's just the fact that it's like there was no separation. It was a one bedroom. One bedroom, one bath. So the living room was her office, and then that also doubled up as like the living room as well. So it was like she didn't get to go anywhere. So it was literally just be at home all day, you know, working. So sometimes us doing because the laundromat there kind of like. Isn't really. So we ended up doing a lot of laundry at my parents' place. We did a lot of laundry. Every Sunday we'd go to my parents' or sometimes Saturday, and we'd just do laundry there, and we turned it into a whole day where we would just hang out there, hang out with them, have dinners with them. That was our going out. You know what I mean? That was our going. Or we'd have to take long-ass drives. We'd have to take long-ass drives everywhere. We couldn't stop anywhere, or if we did, we'd have to constantly have masks on us and everything just to be safe. Because I'm not going to spread it to an old lady. You kidding me? I don't want that shit on my conscience. You know what I mean? I want to be able to see my grandma and, be able to hug her and, you know what I mean? That's my grandma. You know what I mean? Or any of my older family members. I don't want to have to pass that shit on to them. What the fuck? So we were always trying to be very careful with that shit. Sometimes, I'm not going to lie, when we were, doing, some crazy long lockdown sessions, we'd make, I remember her sister ended up having to, hang out with us, too, for a while to, quarantine. We did a freaking presentation, actual slideshow presentations on whatever topic we wanted for fun. You know what I mean? So we would they'd work on it for a little bit, and then we'd sit on the couch and do these whole almost TED Talk freaking slideshow presentations, just because we were that bored. You know, my dad, he was so bored too at home, and he's a videographer and photographer. So sometimes it was kind of tough. There wasn't a whole lot going on, so he was organizing things behind a desk, an office chair, and everything. So he got so bored, he told my little brother to get the dog ready, because they got the family dog and started doing a whole photo shoot for the dog, because he had nothing else to do. He was just so freaking bored, Oh, it was such interesting times, man. You know what? If it happens again, I'm not even gonna be that mad. I ain't gonna be that mad. Obviously, I hope no one gets hurt. I hope everyone still stays in good health, obviously. But if precautions have to be taken and I have to go on lockdown, if you need a vacation for a little bit, most of us will make it through. Yeah. I'm gonna call it the Fanta virus. Ooh, I could go for some Fanta right now. I love me some orange soda, dude. Does it count if I picked up the slide from Anthony today? That does enter you into a live stream giveaway for sure. But remember, the promos going on right now, those specifically are only active during the live stream time frame, which is why I say it's always important to watch all the live streams that I got going on. Scrolling down the most recent comments, questions. There we go. Mayonnaise is like $5 a jar. Damn, but I have the most expensive mayo in the country. I don't even think that mayonnaise is even good anymore. Don't ever open that shit up, Sergeant Unicorn. Do not ever open that up. That shit is, you open it, you're gonna smell just, ugh, fuck, immediately vomit. I've been totally remote since 2020. Dude, that's awesome. That's sick, bro. Please be an MP5 SD. I think it's gonna be an MP5 A45, one of the two. We've got a release date coming for the MGC SMG. Not yet, chef, not yet. If I had to put money on it, I'd say maybe next year is probably like the most likely. But again, that's not up to me. That's not up to me, you know. Ugh. Woo! Oh my goodness gracious. LaCroix, you ever want to sponsor these streams, man? You ever want to collaborate with Airsoft GI? Just hit me up. You know where I am. Right here at home. Oh man, nothing to wake me back up than a nice ice cold one. I would like to do a Milsim West, but not sure how the old body would do after sleeping on the ground. Sam Rondon, 58 years old, too old to be sleeping on the ground anymore. That's why I need the padded cot. You can do the padded cot. That's fine. Here's the thing, Rondon. When we go, yes, will I like sleep on the floor sometimes? Technically, yes. I'll have my sleeping bag and something. That's it. But even then, even I've like just because I've done it doesn't mean I've necessarily enjoyed doing that. Like, and even then, a lot of times I don't get that much sleep, and not necessarily because like, oh, I don't get that much sleep. Like, there's so much going on. Your adrenaline is like, you know what I mean? Like so pumped up that sometimes you don't even really feel that you're that tired, to be honest. And you have to kind of force yourself to just take naps in between. You're not really taking a huge long sleep. Sometimes you're lucky if you can, you know, if there's no night raids going on or some shit. But generally speaking, you're kind of just like, okay, you're up and about. Even in the middle of the night, you know, you could be attacked. You know, that's why it's required to sleep with your eye protection on, and it's highly recommended keep your ears on, keep your ear pro on, you know, because anything could happen. So all it takes is someone to throw a grenade right next to your head, you know what I mean? Like, and shit pops off, like, you know. But as far as sleeping on the ground, a lot of guys will bring mats with them. A lot of guys will bring like foldable, like folding mats, so they can just lie on the ground, so they can put their sleeping bag on top of it, so it offers a little more support. Which I strongly recommend most people do. I've done it for a little while, just my mat freaking sucked. But I would still recommend people do that. Find a system that works for you, that's easy to pack away, that you don't need to spend a ton of time like organizing and picking up. Obviously, if you want to bring that guy that, you know, brings like a really overly complicated like cot, do it. We've brought cots before. That's fine. That's if anything, sometimes it's kind of needed. Sometimes I'm a little jealous of some people that bring cots. I just do my setup is always based on like speed, right? I need to be able to quickly set it up in under 5 minutes, the entire thing, and I need to be able to pack everything up within a matter of 1 minute, maybe 2 at most, because shit can pop off, right? But that's me. If you've gotten pretty good with setting up like your cots or your mats, whatever, do it. Do whatever's gonna make it easier for you to be comfortable and be able to sustain yourself on the field, right? The biggest thing obviously is just, you know, be ready to go, you know, when shit pops off. But as long as you do that and you're able to not be a liability, you're not like, oh wait guys, I gotta pack all my stuff. As long as you're not doing that, you're fine. You're totally fine. It doesn't matter. Just don't also bring like super bright civilian colored stuff, like, you know, bright neon green. You know, that's just not that. The enemy's gonna immediately see you from a mile away. You know what I mean? So I think Ramadan, I think you'll be fine. If you can walk a mile and not be gassed, then I think you're chilling, you know?
What did we say? Still waiting the one that takes 2 CO2 in the mag. So fire. I'm still wanting the one. Okay, yeah, that one. KLI SR4, freaking awesome. Love that thing. We might have to just get me an MGC SMG when it drops. Yeah, man, when it drops, everyone's gonna need to pick one up. If the supposed MGC SMG is based off the A5, which version? I think it's the A4 or the A5. Whew. Excuse me. All it took was me doing shrooms for the first time to make an M4 look good. Yo, that's nuts that you say it like that. That's crazy that you put that in that phrasing. But that is funny. The Mark II has some serious range. Yes, it do. Yes, it do. You at next Fox Vince, if y'all go. New Mexico, when? That's a good question. When they put the date up, they haven't put like the announcement for when it's gonna be, but when it happens, I would love for you, at the very least, even if Seabass says it has to cover for me, that's fine. If you go, bro, if you're able to go, right? Because I don't necessarily even think that as much as I want Seabass to go, I also don't think he's not into it as much as you are. I will say. I would say though, in the meantime, Brewer, if you can, do whatever it takes, like small things here and there. Start building up your endurance, because a lot of guys weren't really ready for. I notice there's always going to be like that small crowd that tries an event for the first time and that does not have the stamina, right? They just don't have the stamina to be able to play for prolonged periods of time. And don't get me wrong, I'll take my breaks. I'm very much under the opinion, and you'll see it anytime like you go out and play with me, even during this Vietnam event, when there was an opportunity to just relax, I took it. If there was nothing immediate happening, I'm chilling, right? Like, why stand when I can sit? Why sit when I can lie down? Why lie down when I can just sleep, right? Like, you're not going to get a ton of opportunities to relax and chill and just catch your breath and, you know what I mean, just mellow out. So when the opportunity comes, I take it every single time. I'm not constantly, like, always running around. If I have to, I will, because I can do it. But if I have an opportunity to just sit and relax, I will. But in the meantime, that's why, again, that's another reason why I continuously go to the gym or I work out. I know I'm never going to have a six-pack. I'm never going to look like Henry Cavill Superman, right? Never. That's just physically impossible for me unless I were to do some crazy shit, right? But I want to continuously be in good enough shape where I don't have to really worry about my endurance. I don't have to worry about my strength. I'm going to be good pretty much doing whatever is physically demanded of me, right? That's the biggest thing. That's my biggest goal. So I would say for anyone that is looking to do Milsim events specifically or longer form game mode events, doing a little bit of cardio here and there and a little bit of basic strength training really goes a long way. It like really does. Just get your cardio in, just start building up your endurance. That's like the biggest thing that I can recommend. Speaking of fishing, I'm in the market for a Mad Cats combo for 300. Perfect for night fishing and pro recommended. Ooh. We actually could have fished off the dock at the lake house here in Florida. Oh, that would have been so sick, Cutter. Where's Queso at? Where's Isaias? Oh, he's outside. Just see me out there, like freaking almost naked, just in my boxers, fishing outside. That would have been sick. Scrolling up. Answered as well. Yeah, should be all caught up on all of those. Yeah, scrolling down, most recent comment questions. There's gonna be a few more. I'm fat, but not the worst of shape. Just can't run or die from being old. I was an athlete once upon a time, endurance-wise. He said I had to do the same thing. I hate having heart problems, but you gotta know when to stop. Yeah, exactly. If you have to take a break, do it. You know what I mean? Absolutely do it. Know your limitations. But if there is a way to train around it, so that way you can at least okay, it's not as bad, or you can go for a little bit longer. Or you can carry your gun for as long as need be, holding down a position or something, then yeah, 100%. Do you guys remember when did the MGC got out? It just arrived here in our area. Lol. What? That's crazy. The Mark II, MGC4 Mark II came out like I want to say late 2023, early 2024, if I'm not mistaken. Just caught up. We're just waiting for the Copperhead signups. Meeting up with a high school buddy. Oh, nice. Yeah, no, I want to do Copperhead. I really want to do Copperhead. It's been really built up. Tokimaru just showed more of the Type 20 GBR as Shizuoka. Ooh, I gotta check that out too. DJ, what's going on, man? Welcome to tonight's stream. Rue Moreno, hello. Welcome to the stream as well, dog. Wouldn't wake me. I slept under the cat system on a carrier. Oh, that's so funny. What is this? El Taco. What's going on, El Taco? Dude, it's been a hot minute since I've seen you here. Jaritos pineapple soda is meta, bro. Yeah, first of all, Jaritos, fantastic. It's one of my favorite sodas like ever, and I love all the flavors. But the pineapple, ooh. Not. Will the MGC SMG have rotary style hop up? Probably. Also, Lieutenant Muffman hoards that jar of mail like the One Ring to rule them all. That is so funny. It's the one jar. M-Lock handguard. Yes. Yeah. I think we showed on the original mock-up. I think it had. Yeah. I think we were showing off that it was gonna have an M-Lock handguard. Yeah. I was gonna have M-Lock on there. We know that that's like the Mayo option, of course. Just put an order in Mutiny. Let's see here. Let's see you here, man. Let's see it. Where'd it go? There we go. Bazooka Joe just got his order in as well. I see you got. Let's see here. Use your store credit for this. Just like $5. Yeah, man. Bazooka Joe got himself some entries as well into this Thursday's live stream giveaway. So far, only 3 people have taken advantage of the promos. You guys need to make sure that you follow suit and increase your odds of winning. They have the best chances of winning. That's all I'm going to say. I have tons of camping gear. Been wanting to go again, but difficult to do when the woman is completely against it. I love camping, man. That's actually something that both Jess and I really, really love. We'll even do, because my family is like big into camping too, especially my dad. My mom loves it. My dad really, really loves it, and Jess likes it a lot as well. So I honestly scored when it comes to Jess, like in all aspects, but especially when it comes to the camping bit. She loves camping. I love camping so much. For my dad's birthday, even, like that's what we did for my birthday last year. We went camping, and it was like a family trip where we go with my dad and with my mom, right? And this time around, we did a whole family camping trip where it was my dad and my mom, little brother, his girlfriend, me and Jazz, and we had this awesome. We were camping by the Kern River, actually. We were camping by the Kern River, right, like literally. You wake up in the morning, you can just walk. It's like right there in front of you, right? Like a 1 minute walk away. It was so freaking sick. I had so much fun during that camp trip. It was so cool. It was so freaking sick. Literally I spent the majority of the day literally just fishing. And at night it freaking rained, which was nuts. We weren't expecting rain like that. Which was super hilarious. But yeah, we love camping. That camping is such a big thing for us. So whenever we get to camp for like a Milsim event or like any airsofting thing, I'm like, oh, bet. Easy. Let's see here. Answer that as well. Jaritos Mandarin Orange Soda is the best orange soda, hands down. Cutter, my man, you understand. Don't get me wrong, I love Orange Fanta. I will always go for an Orange Fanta. But if they're Jaritos Mandarin, oh, yes, 1,000 times yes, man. Yes, 100%. And it goes with everything. It doesn't matter what cuisine you're having. My favorite, obviously, other than like having like Mexican food with it, if I'm getting K barbecue, right? If I'm getting K barbecue, I will, and they have the option for it. Like if I see it there, I'm gonna ask for it every single time. It just works so damn well, man. It's perfect. Mayo weapon charm and the little mayonnaise like this as well. Answer that as well. Okay, yeah, should be all caught up on all those guys. Less than an hour left of the live stream. Make sure to go and get those orders in before it's too late. We only had a few people take advantage of the promos. you can too, and increase your odds of winning the live stream giveaway. And remember, we are talking about airsoft events. Actually, here's a good one. Here's a good one for you guys. And I want everyone to partake in this if they can. If you can, put in the live chat. I want to hear your answers. What has been, in the entire time that you've been airsofting, what has been your favorite airsoft event that you've ever been to? It could be a milsim. It could be a tournament, whatever it might be, whatever type you guys play. What has been your favorite event that you've ever been to or attended? Or played at, right? What has been your favorite and why? And I want to know why. What made it special for you? I'm gonna wait for everyone to go ahead and put their 2 cents in. We'll start answering other ones. Gold Ledge Campground is where we stay. Ooh, nice. A couple weeks until surgery. Hopefully it goes well for you, man. I'm praying for you, dude. I'm praying for you. Nice. Kern River camping went like 2 years ago, dude. It's so cool there, and there were some dudes river like rafting on there too, which was nuts. The current at the Kern River is so freaking strong. And you know what? It's bullshit too. My brother's the only one that caught something there. I'm so mad. He hadn't been fishing in so long, and this is the first time he went, and he was able to catch something. I was like, oh, freak you, dude. Freak you. He caught himself a nice little. It wasn't little. It was actually pretty big. He caught himself a nice big trout. We didn't clean it off and like cook it or anything. It just would have been a lot of work, and we already had way more than enough food. But he caught himself a trout and everything. I was so freaking jealous, man. But yeah, no, the current there was so freaking strong, dude. But it was so cool and relaxing just to kind of enter my nothing box, is what I call it, right? I go into my headspace. I'm like super zen, not thinking about anything, just at peace, just casting my line, hopefully catching something. I didn't catch a single thing, but honestly, that was fine. It was fun just knowing that I had a few bites and that those fuckers took my bait. You know? Copperhead, Iron Horse, and RDG or the Amos events you have to do at least once, in my opinion. Yeah. I had a lot of fun. I really did have a lot of fun at Revolt. And I would totally do Revolt again. I actually liked playing at, was it Desert Center? Yeah, California Desert Center. Like, I thought that was cool. I thought it was super sick. It was a very cool venue. Oh, excuse me. I think it was awesome. And I would totally do it again. Buddy Nate that you met, Corman, like, he is totally down to do it again. He got a very good experience, and thank you, by the way. I never actually got a chance to say thank you for helping with all that, and obviously, and everything, like with making him feel welcome and everything too, and making me feel welcome, obviously. But like, yeah, no, he had such a good time playing at that event that it kind of reignited that love for like airsofting again. Because he hadn't really been playing that regularly or that often or in quite a while, so that whole thing really kind of brought that back out. And he actually came up, believe it or not, he actually drove down. We were only like 3 hours away from where he's at. He drove to our BB Wars event to play with us too, and he hung out with us there. Like, he was just saying, like, yeah, it was just, that event just really brought him his love back for airsoft, which was super sick to see. Even worse than 120-degree weather with ovens going on. That's crazy. 120-degree weather. I'm good. I'm out. One jar to rule them all is crazy. I hear that hot days are horrible when just sitting. Yes, they are. Fanta pineapple. That is also banging. That is also dark tree. That, you know, it's a, yes. That is also a banging flavor. If it's too hot, don't even talk about walking a mile. I ain't even make it out the staging area. Oh, I'm skipping out on the Type 20. Oh yeah, you don't like it? You don't like it? Oh, that's funny. All right, scrolling because there's gonna be a few more answers. Okay. Grid 18, Splat Action Paintball Park in Motala. 7 friends in high school, camping, then airsofting at our first larger event with technicals, smoke, and actual rolls. Dude, that's sick. Dude, that's so freaking awesome, dude. That sounds awesome. Kind of sounds like the first Milsom West event, honestly, that I went to. That was amazing. It was funny. The first, or actually, this was the, I want to say this is the third Milsom West that I had ever done. Yeah, it was the third Milsom West that I had ever done, where my buddy, shout out to my buddy Slowsoft, Nick Waugh. He had been wanting to do a Milsom West. This is when he was still living out here in California. He had been wanting to do a Milsom West, and he pulled through and, you know, signed up and everything. Like it was awesome to be able to go out and do this with him. And you know, we all showed up, and we had all my like local friends, and then bringing him out. He was like my high school buddy as well. Like literally, he was my best friend in all of high school. All right, the only person that I consider more of a best friend is technically speaking Jazz, but again, that's like best friends like to the max, to the point where we're getting married. You know what I mean? Like, so it's a little different. But with him, it was like he was actually the one that got me into like airsofting too. You know, he's the one that got me into airsofting like as I know it now. And if it weren't for him, then I wouldn't really be here right now, which is pretty crazy to think about. But I brought him out to his first Muslim West, and he was looking at me, he's like, dude, we've been wanting to do this since we were like teenagers, since we were like 14. And I was like, yeah, like it's pretty crazy that we got to live it out, because he was kind of like the airsoft ambassador for like, you know, his local area and his field and everything, and trying to get, you know, airsoft like become more like recognized and official, as opposed to just being played in people's backyards. So he did a lot for that local community. And, you know, obviously me, like, working at GI and being where I am right now. So it's, like, kind of funny that we're looking back. It's like, we never would have thought that, like, you know, we'd be in the positions that we are now for it. Hopefully he's doing well. I know he just recently moved, so hopefully he's doing well. But, yeah, Uni So Chill. That sounds awesome. That sounds like a really, really awesome event. And that sounds like you made a lot of memories with that. Actual question this time. With the increase of availability of electric speed loaders on the market, what are the odds of ASGI releasing a Mayo Gang speed loader in the form of a Mayo jar? Higher than you would expect, but that's very specific in the Mayo jar. I don't know about that, but having our own just electric speed loader in general, yes. Yes, 100%. Like, we sell them, we just sell out immediately. Whatever ones we have, they just freaking sell out immediately. We can't keep them in stock, so it's very likely we're going to get our own branded one at some point. Yes, very likely. Chef wasn't the same without you or Ed Fidelis time. That's right, Brewer. I will say, I did miss having, like, there weren't as many longtime members of the Mayo Gang that had pulled through for this event, but instead we got a lot of new faces, which is still really good. We had a lot of new faces for this time around. There was actually a couple people's first time ever playing, like, ever. And this was their, you know, like, first time they were playing at all was, like, a BB Wars, which is crazy. There was actually a good amount of rentals, too, that pulled up for this, which does make me happy, because that means now we have fresh faces, we have new blood in this. But, yeah, it definitely felt like I needed Real Wild there, Chef, Trinity, I needed y'all. Like, Fidel would have been so good to see you there, too. Like, I missed you guys. I know there was going to be more people that pulled through and just shit happens, which, trust me, I completely understand. But I was like, damn. Should have poured. We were in my mind. I was like pouring one out for the homies. You know, they're not dead. They just didn't pull through for this event. They're not dead. Yeah. Second year we went to the current. The river rose a few feet, and the current was too strong. BB Wars, because the tomfoolery outside the event is also part of the fun. That's true. I think that's RPG. Is that your? No, that's your second. Which BB Wars are you talking about? You're talking about this one, right? Because you went to last year's. Last year's, I believe, was your first BB Wars, if I'm not mistaken, right? AMS Liberty 2. It's how I met my current crew. Oh, then that's the lore, baby. That's the lore. BB Wars, but only been to 2 events, and both were BB Wars. Both BB Wars. You went to the SC one. And then you went to this one. That's right. Yeah, you know what? Hey, I'll take it, man. I'm glad that we were able to make such valuable experiences for you, man. No joke, BB Wars Coastal Front and Coastal Front 2, because the event was well put together, but the people we surrounded ourselves with were even better. I can't agree more, man. I can't agree more. I couldn't have said it better myself, honestly, that people that actually wanted us there. I'll say that. People actually wanted us there, which was super freaking nice. And they were just so nice to us. Like, it was so good. And both Coastal Fronts were amazing, and they have a special place in my heart. Coastal Front 1 was cool because that was the first time I got to meet a lot of you guys. That was the first time I got to meet and play with a lot of you guys. Coastal Front 2 just felt kind of like a revival of some kind. It would have been nice if like a lot of the previous members of the Mayo Gang were able to, you know, be able to pull through. But we did leave a good impression, enough that a lot of players now are like asking when's the next one, you know? Like, we already have people asking when's the next one. When even the staff there was like, dude, we gotta like partner up for other events too, which we are 100% down to do. BB Wars because it was like because it was with the homies. I was like, what the frick? I was having a stroke reading that, chef. Yeah, it was. Yeah, BB Wars because it was with the homies. Yeah, BB Wars Coast to Front 1 will always be special to me, man. Will always be special. How's everything going as well? I'm right, bro. A couple weeks left. A couple weeks to answer as well. Okay, yeah. Should be caught up on all those. Scrolling down, let's use the comments, questions. Working in a flight deck in the Gulf, I was going through 3 to 4 camel packs of ice water a day. Damn, bro. Yeah, in the Gulf, I can imagine freaking hot, bro. Freaking ridiculously hot. I forgot to say that it was in 2010. So damn, 2010. That's crazy. So there wasn't all the new crazy things like HPA or even their insane AEGs. Oh, simpler times. Zat Zone Scissor 7943. Went to Red Dawn in Illinois, a tier 2 MILSM event based off the movie of the same name, where the Soviets invade America during the Cold War. I love that movie. Red Dawn is just freaking badass, man. Gonna be going to a Vietnam event on the 23rd in Wisconsin. Oh, I wish I could do it. I want to do more Vietnam events, man. I want to do more historical events. Honestly, okay. Another one that I would love to do. It would never happen. It would never, ever happen. Because there's just no freaking way, right? There's just not enough of a market for it. I would love to see a World War II, kind of like Tactical League with Vietnam. I would love to see a World War II event, right? I would see a World War II event where, and it's like pretty much most of the day, right? Pretty much most of the day. I would just love to see like a World War II one where you'll get to see M1 Grants, Thompsons, right? You'll see Stens, grease guns, MP40s, Car 98s, Gewehr 43. Like, I would love Lugers, right? I would love to see all these Arasakas, right? Like, I would love to see an event like that. It would be so freaking awesome to see, right? And you can make it pretty simple too. Like, if you don't have the correct color uniform, you could just make it easy. US side is like OD green, or World War II based camouflages, right? It says OD green, straight OD green, US based camos, versus tan, solid tan, or you could do like any. Oh, but that would be tough though, because Germany also had the gray. That is a tough one to do. Yeah, it would just be cool if you could do where it was like Japanese versus US forces, right? Where it's like solid tan color versus OD green. I think that'd be pretty easy and simple to like make happen. And obviously if people want to show up in like their kits, obviously it'd be, cool to see. I don't know. I just feel like it'd be like uniform wise would be the easy part. That's super simple. It's just the sheer amount of like how many like solid MP40s are there really? You know what I mean? And I think that'd be one of those events where you'd have to like, all right, you can kind of mix and match like whoever gets like whatever gun. That's fine. Like if you want to see, like if realistically you can only get like an MP40, as your like standard AEG, then by all means go for it, right? I just thought it would be super cool to see, right? Maybe you can even see like some 1913s put here, right? Like, one can only dream. I would love to see a World War II, like kind of like Vietnam themed event. I've even talked to Michael from Tactical League, like, I told him, you could probably do it. It'd be possible to do, and he's like, the availability of World War II guns is like the biggest thing. If they were more widely used and more widely available even, then I think you could make more of a case for it. But yeah, no, it'd be kind of tough to do, honestly, with the current availability of World War II stuff. But again, it wouldn't be a requirement. It would just be kind of cool to see. I don't know. That's just my personal 2 cents on that. I would love to see that. I think it'd be cool, but what do I know? Also, it's more fun shooting your friends on the opposite sides. Yeah, motherfucker, you're trying to shoot me the whole time. That's funny. Thanks, man. It's been tough. but worth the learning. Big starting pay, and I only work 14 out of 28 days. Dude, that's awesome, man. You know, I'm good for you, man. I'm glad things are working out for you. Empire winning 5-0 so far. I might honestly have to switch to even the odds. Do it, become Rebel Scum. Man, what is happening here, man? I'm losing all my Imperial loyalists, you know? It's so unfortunate, so unfortunate. Glad you have a change of scenery now, and I hope it's for the better in the long run. But I'm planning layouts for the next. I'm happy for you, man. I really am happy for you, and I'm glad things are looking up for you, Chef. Can't wait to be able to do an event with smokes. I have a 50 cal ammo can full of them. Yo, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm hopeful that you'll be able to use them someday. Until I put in a vacation request for simulated working carbon fiber lines now. More freedom once I get benchmarked. Yeah, hopefully. Help me, Lieutenant Muffin Man is over here eating a chocolate chip tuna What? Ew. That's disgusting, Sergeant Unicorn. Stop. Tell him this. Stop it. Get some help. Michael Jordan meme. When the GVR Mayo Gang MGC4 release, are you guys going to showcase the best upgrades for it? I think we're just going to mainly focus on how good it is out the box. But we probably will be talking about what upgrades we would like to put in it. There's going to be a custom for it for sure at some point. For sure there will be. And we'll disclose what we used in it for sure, you know. Mention this time with it as well. Okay, yeah, scrolling down, there's gonna be a few more. Where is it? RPG just might gotta push things over. Which we're not answering as well. You and your friends, RPG must push. Plenty more Rebel secret weapons. I can't wait to see him, man. I can't wait to see him. And I can't wait to steal that technology and make it even better for the Empire. Second BB Wars, third GI hosted event. Yeah, when's the next BB? When is the next BB Wars? I don't know. I have no clue. The problem is we can't plan it out too far in advance because we also don't want it to be like so far away that people like don't get their tickets in, right? Because they're like, oh, it's too far. Or the other risk that comes with planning things so far in advance is that when the announcements for other events come out and yours ends up overlapping, we are going to try to not overlap with anybody's events. That's the biggest thing we didn't want to do. And thankfully, I don't think we did it for the weekend of BB Wars. I don't think we were overlapping with any major events like that were local to the area. Unfortunately, we did. I mean, unfortunately, the very next week, of course, there was a Vietnam event that I just went to. But I had fun. I had fun during that. You know what I mean? And it wasn't as demanding, I would say. Like, it didn't require us to drive that far. But when's the next BB Wars? I'm imagining, like, maybe right after summer, potentially. Let's see. The next one. 40 hours BB War Airsoft LARP event. I hope it's months away. Still need to build Rebel weapons. I'll tell you the full AMS lore one day. Legit, I do want to do something like Operation Flamingo. That mall brawl out in Prim. Yeah, that looked awesome. Trench warfare, mustard gas. Yeah, dude, that would be amazing to do. Flamethrowers. That was World War I. They had flamethrowers back then too. I heard Prim Mall is gonna close this summer. I wonder if they're still gonna do events. Oh yeah, MG42s even, right? MG42s as well. Thompson for me. I have a Thompson. This thing. I have a Thompson. I have a BAR. I want to build those things out, man. I want to build them out. Because I even have like the fatigues. You know, I have some like repro fatigues for my Marine kit. This is like we're talking early war, like Guadalcanal campaign. How to get my hands on that GBB M1 Garand. Honestly, I just want the AG one. We sell a Garand too. We sell it. I think it's the 8K one. Oh, damn. Like, we're still sold out of it. We still have mags for it too, which is funny. No, we sold out of the mags too. Damn. But yeah, no, I wanted the Garand so bad. I wanted this one so badly, but I didn't have the funds for it at the time. An AEG like this, dude, easy. Have our techs do a little bit of a upgrade for it. Just built it for range and durability. That's all I would need this for. All right, range and durability. Beef up the internals. Make it shoot hella far, hella accurate as well. Right. That's all I need. For this. I don't need crazy fast fall options. I don't need insane trigger response. I don't need it to be crazy high rate of fire. Nah, it's not built for that. It's not for that. I just need range, baby. I need range on this bitch. But that's what I would want to do. That's what I would want to do. Honestly, I'm probably gonna end up doing this too at some point, just because I think it's actually the kit, right? Let's see here. Where is it? Donde está? It's here somewhere. I know it's gonna be around here. Not that one. Not that one. Not that. Oh yes. Yeah. Honestly, even something like this, I'd probably end up doing, right? For like under $200 for a 1903. I would totally rock that. I would totally rock that as an option. I do not mind doing that. Like, I think that's pretty fun. Because, again, it just fits the kit. You know what I mean? It's just fun. It's just fun. Like, and there are World War II options that we ourselves even carry, right? And we have quite a few of them, surprisingly. But it would just be, like, hard to find, like, kit correct, make it, like, super, accurate and everything. If I could, one thing that I do wish we carried more of, and that there were more available, I do wish that we did have like M3 grease guns. Like, I wish we carried M3 grease guns, man. That's like the one platform that I wish we had more of. As I don't think we have. Yeah, we didn't. I don't think we've ever carried any. If I'm remembering, like any like the GI inventory, that would have been sick to have. And who knows? Maybe in the future we can. But those are kind of hard to come by. I'd be down for it though. I would love to do an M3 grease gun. Even if it was just like the A1 version, because I can also use that for my Vietnam kit, because they did use those actually in very limited amount, obviously, but they did use those back in the day as well. Bayonet charges, yeah, I'd love to do bayonet charges. Times for me, gonna get my hands on that. Grease gun on our side, yeah, grease guns, baby. So it's in there for FG42. GWAT themed. If I think the majority of Airsoft is now kind of just like late GWAT sort of aesthetic right now. Hey, not my fault. Your escort round. Escort round 1 got by a certain rebel. Dang, stop it. Needs more Mayo. The Mayo wars have begun. Ooh, BAR. Yeah, BAR, man. BAR. I have one. I want to get that built out too. But does it do the ping? Oh, that would be sick if it did. Let's hop on an adapter and let it double feed M4 magazines. Hell no. You can so chill. Ooh, check out Discord for old school photos. Where is it? Where is it? What chat did you put it in? Let's see. Oh. Circa 2011 to 2012 early Milsim West days. Let's take a look at these photos. Let's pull this out a little bit. Yeah, right there. I see. Okay, cool. I'm digging it. Oh, hell yeah. Baby. I'm liking what I'm seeing. The cigarette in the mouth is crazy. Dude, yeah, bro. I'm loving this forest vibes we got going on. What is... Ooh. What the... Is that... For a second there, it looked like Josh Warren. I was like, there's no way that's actually him. It's probably not. That's funny, though. Everyone just rocking, like, soft 4 kit. Dude, that's so good. I miss these days of Airsoft, man. I miss when this was, like... This is what it looked like, you know? I miss this sort of this aesthetic. The early 2010s sort of look. Ah, such good aesthetic. Such a good look, you know? Want a grease gun so bad? Same, man, same. Airsoft general. Okay, yeah, as well. Complete with video showing where they are now. So we're gonna do a Band of Brothers photo shoot when this happens. Yeah, we are. You damn right. I gotta do a whole video too. I'd want to do like a whole, like I'd probably film with my phone, you know, just make it look funny. I'd probably do a whole like Band of Brothers or like Pacific, like opening. You know, just showing us like random clips of us like on the field and everything. I'd be so sick to do. It's so funny. Post that as a short. Oh, man. Oh, guys, we got 20 minutes left before we close out tonight's live stream. Remember, guys, get those orders in. Let's see if anyone else has placed their orders. Yes. Looks like we got... What is this? What is this? Ooh, shout out to our boy, Mr. Wells. Mr. Wells got himself the Mayo Gang limited edition, or not Mayo Gang, got the Classic Army limited edition Nemesis X9 in the red and gold, and he used his gift vouchers to pay for it, but he got himself hella entries because he spent $200. So he got himself, what is that, 8 entries into the live stream giveaway. And then shout out to Mr. Salmi. Mr. Salmi got themselves an Arcturus AK-12 AEG. They're getting themselves extra entries into the live stream giveaway for sure. You guys got to make sure that you take advantage of the promotions going on. Every 50 gets you 2 entries into the giveaway. Don't miss out. Anyone can be the next winner. Your odds are really good of winning this giveaway. I'm telling you, your odds are really, really good. So don't miss out. And like I said, any order 149 or higher, any orders over 149 automatically get you free UPS ground shipping. I still want someone to do mini Milsim events for people to dip their toes in. I think that's ultimately what a lot of these events typically are, though, right? That's the kind of the hard part, because now you're like, it also kind of makes it hard. Like if you were trying to do like a legit like mini Milsim, right, where you're doing like okay, you need to, you know what I mean? Like you got to think about the people that are getting into like the idea of a mini Milsim to dip their toes. They don't want to have to spend the same amount of money that you would on gear and equipment that you would for a proper multi-day event, right? I'm not saying that it's right or wrong. I'm just saying that that's generally the mindset, right? Most people want to be able to tackle a Milsim event and then spend as little money as possible. Because let's be real, if we're being completely honest here, Milsim events can be expensive, especially out here. They can be pretty expensive, right? Even Milsim West has jumped up in price, which I'm not the biggest fan of, right? If I'm being completely real, I understand why it happens, but again, mixed feelings about it. So being able to do, I gotta buy this gear, you gotta buy this equipment for like only like a couple of hours does seem a little like, you know what I mean? That's why I like themed events like Vietnam or even BB Wars, because it's not obviously a real Milsim at all. It's not, but it does kind of get you into the mindset, especially if you go in like for a like Vietnam, where it's you do want to get like maybe it'd be cool if you were to help with the immersion by getting a, at the very least, inspired kit for it. That would work pretty well. I like it when events do have a uniform requirement, because I feel like that, one, it kind of weeds out like the guys that aren't that serious about it and that don't want to help with like the LARPing and everything. I feel like when you have a uniform requirement, it definitely makes things a little bit easier, because it's already starting to like thin out those who wouldn't want to partake or get into the spirit of the game anyway. Because if you show up to that event, right, and it's like, oh no, I don't want to like do that, I don't want to follow the rules, or I don't want to like do this, it's like you're kind of taking the fun out of it, if you're not partaking all the way. Like if I'm doing a Vietnam event, I'm getting up in the full kit. Like I don't care, I'm doing the full thing, right? Same thing if I were to do a Cold War event, I'm doing the whole 9 yards, right? There's no question about it. I mean, I might find some workarounds to make it a little bit more affordable, make it a little bit cheaper. I might be using a lot of repros for stuff, but I mean, I'll find a way to make it look good and to fit and get in the spirit of the game. So that would be kind of tough to do, but that's, for like a mini Milsim like what you're describing. I think it could happen, but it'd be a lot of money just for a couple of hours, Regular Airsoft games here is less than $1. Must be nice. Damn, tickets is wild. Yeah, them tickets is wild. They are pretty expensive sometimes. 7 grams for my first time is definitely enough. Jesus Christ, man. Even I know that's a lot. Dude, you're tripping, bro. Can I bring the snow peak? Jesus. 5.5 millimeter caliber air gun to the viewers. Yeah, guys, don't ever bring air guns to airsoft games ever. I don't care if it's a Milsim event. Don't ever do that. That's assault. Offline Claws usually does 1-day events. Want to try one of those? Yeah, like a full day is like, I think, better. I think a full day is a little bit better. Our friend, she's here for safety. Let's get everyone. Cold War event, he's going as Snake. Yo. That'd be nuts, bro. That'd be insane. A lot of Milsim Light events. That is a great place to start. Lets you sleep in hotel bed and come back the next day. That's true. That is true. If it wasn't for the cost of AMS events and the distance sometimes, the uniform requirements are pretty lax for the most part. Yeah, I would say that honestly, like, AMS is, again, it's probably like it's super freaking fun, but it definitely is the easiest mils. I would say it's still a proper milsim in the sense that there is still objectives to follow, right? It is probably the easiest milsim you'll do, not in the physical demand for it, like, because you're playing wise, you're still playing a lot. If anything, it's very physically demanding if you want it to be. AMS feels very much like you can make of it what you want to make of it, if that makes sense. And I think that's by design ultimately, which I do appreciate, and I do think that makes it easier for newer players and for newer guys getting into the milsim scene to kind of like dip their toes without getting too crazy. Because again, you don't have to do like the whole, you don't end up having to do like the whole night game stuff. Like, I played a little bit in like as it was getting dark, but at a certain point, me and my buddy Nate were like, all right, yeah, we're done. Like, we're done, right? You know, we just like we would be a liability at night. So we ended up just like pulling back, went back to camping, rested up, you know, ate some good food, you know, had some good drink, and had some good times with the fellas, and went to sleep, and we slept like babies, you know. So yeah, I would say, RPG lovers, you, if I'm being real, I think knowing what you've told me about, like, you know, your endurance and everything, you, and I'll be honest, I think even Darkstar, I think you two could genuinely do AMS. Obviously, you'd have to like pace it a little bit more, and you have that freedom to do so. Absolutely, 100%. You do have that freedom to do so. I think you honestly could do it. I think you really could do it, and I think you would have a lot of fun doing it as well. If I end up doing Copperhead, which I probably will, I really want to. Pull through with me, dude. Pull through with me. It'll be an absolute blast if we can do it all together. I think we'll have a lot of fun. Wild. Okay, I'll find as well. Oh god, I moved so bad. The guy with the SIG in that photo is Dan McKinley. He's an MSW cadre. I didn't even recognize him. Also special guest when that's funny. Snake insert invisible by Duran. Bro, the night games you can get away with using a flashlight. Dude, I hated that at Milsim West sometimes. Like, here's the thing. The cadres would actually tell us, you have a white light. Use the fucking white light, right? It'd be like, yeah. There'd be so many like other players or other dudes be like, don't white light me, don't backlight me. And it's like, dude, stop, shut the fuck up. Like, okay, you know, I get it. You spend copious amounts of money on your night vision to feel cool. I'm white lighting the fuck. They have night vision too. It doesn't matter. They have night vision too. They don't care. I'm white lighting them. All right. If you want to enter the Milsim, look into Zone 37 events. We have different play styles within our events. You can play a PMC or murder. Murder hobo is crazy, dude. I did AMS night ops without NVGs and stacked bodies with just flashlights. Around how many shots do you get out of a single fill of gas in your VCFL mags? Do you think it would be worth hassle to install 2-stage fill valves or keep the mag single stage? The mags are single stage are fine. I've been able to get like a mag and a half. I think even on a good day, 2 mags worth of shots before I need to refill. I was chilling. RPGs, I will take a look. I think it is worth it, and you would like it a lot. So I've been getting a lot of recommends on Insta for it. Dude, even from like Cisco when he saw it. Cisco, this is coming from his mouth. Highest recommendations for Zone 37. The highest recommendations he can give for Zone 37. And him doing a lot of work with Lancer right now. Lancer will be reaching out and doing more stuff with Zone 37 specifically in the future. Dark Star single stage. Yeah, agree. I 100% agree. Absolutely. Single stage is totally fine. Murder hobo, say less. When it comes to Iron Horse, I'd take him under my wing. Can't do Copperhead as of right now. The better half keeps the calendar. I respect that. I respect that. Completely understandable. Priorities. Absolutely. I 100% agree. But yeah, I even you know what? When I do Zone 37, I will let you know as well, RPG lovers, so that we can go together. As well. Kid brought an air gun to a kid's event and attacked once. Bruh, that's not okay. That is crazy. Especially, first of all, it's terrible either way. But attack, that's extra not okay. That's extra not okay, dude. That's nuts. What the frick? I hope he wasn't able to sneak it in. It said as well. Okay, here, get gym tickets as well. Oh, you have a friend. She's here for your safety. Oh, you have an anchor. Okay, good. You have an anchor. Someone to do toes in. Airsoft general, even though it's gonna be. I need it. You need it. You don't need it, Darkstar. You just really want it. You just really want it. Man, brother, shooting Grant with the internal speaker. Grant with an internal speaker that makes the clip ping. Dude, that's so extra. That's so extra for that. Okay, yeah, should be scrolling down. Here's comes the question. Trinity and I have been talking about Zone 37 as well. Yeah, Cisco says like that most people that we know within our group, you included, you and Trinity included, would really like it. The videos that I've seen of it, I haven't seen like a really long form video of it yet, which I really hope that there is one out there. I just have to look for it. My buddy Nick actually did, same Nick that I was mentioning earlier that I went to high school with. He went to the first Zone 37 event and he had an absolute blast. He recommended it like crazy to me, and I cannot wait till I can do it again, till I can do it for the first time. Because I would love to do it. I very much would. Go civilian or UGC. Lies. I need it. When what you thought was your airsoft gun goes bang and there's a hole in the wall now. How do you get them confused? That's the thing. Like how? You know? Wait, why was that one retracted? That was fine. That was all right. That was funny. The import cost, though. Yeah, no, the import cost would be insane, Darkstar. Be absolutely insane. RPG Lovers is on to something. The import cost, in addition to the cost of the thing itself. You know? What I liked about Zone 37 was the sheer amount of factions that you could go as. That's pretty cool. Like, that's really sick, you know? And I hope that each faction had a good amount of players. With Gnarls, did you find that it was pretty... I mean, obviously, there's going to be one side that has more than the other, obviously. But, like, generally speaking, was it, like, a good mix of different people for, like, the different factions? Like, no one faction was, like, so underwhelmingly underpowered or something? How take my money? Take my money. How Heavy Industries, please take my money. I still want a Type 64. That's what I want. I still want a Type 64 for them. Specifically, I want the G&G one. If I can get the S&T one, I'll settle for it. This one. Let's see, actually. Yeah. I'd want this one. I'd want the Type 64. I'd immediately check it in. Same thing, right? I would do just durability and range. That's all I really care about. That's all I really need. Durability and range. That would be cool too. That way I can complete my gate loadout as well. You know, that I can complete my JSDF loadout too. I can finally finish that and be done with it. You know. But see, I am OCD about that. Yeah, I think that's a good thing to have OCD about. But if you've seen my real guns, my airsoft guns are almost exact clones. It's scary sometimes. Like, yes, like when we take a step back from our own like perspectives, right, as airsofters, it is kind of funny when it's like, huh, these really do look real. I mean, obviously we know how to tell them apart now. Like even before we even pick it up in our hands, there are some things that you can kind of look at and it's like, yeah, that's not real. But sometimes you do a really good job of convincing people otherwise. You know that it's indeed real, and it's pretty convincing. You know, there's a reason why they use a lot of them in movies, because I mean they cost less and yeah, they look just as good sometimes. True. I'm just waiting to see more from Combat Casual channel. They said their next video will focus on the UGC, AK, police, and the civilian side. Okay. I don't know you watch Combat Casual. Yeah, I've frequented their channel a few times. 6 minutes left, guys. Any last minute questions? Feel free to go and ask away. Let's see if anyone else gotten their orders in. Ooh, we got a Mr. Mr. Vincent got themselves dose entries into the live stream giveaway. He took advantage of it. He got himself a Baba Yaga mag and an ASG grenade. Oh, by the way, that was something that I did want to mention. In case you guys didn't know, we do indeed have them finally. We have Thunderbees, which are now restocked. It's been a hot minute since we've had them. It's been a very hot minute since we've had them in stock, but we do indeed have our the Atlas Custom Works brand. These are 100% clones of the Thunderbee system, so we have them in several different types that are available for all y'all. Grenade. So many for it to load on the site. I actually brought 3 of them out to Vietnam, and I didn't even get a chance to freaking use them. Because there was no concentrated group of them. They were all scattered throughout. But yeah, we do have grenades as well in case you want to use these. All 4 of these from Atlas Custom Works come in a set with 1 core. Fairly inexpensive, honestly, for what they are. The cores obviously being reusable. Literal exact same system and everything. But it has been some time since we've had Thunderbees on the site, so just wanted to give you guys a heads up that we do carry those as well. Rust in California needs a nerf, but mostly different player power fantasy. Rubicon or Rust 4, Titans or NATO, UGF are the cops, and civilians are crazy. That literally just sounds like Milsom West, to be honest. Mostly different. Yeah, there's a lot of Rust 4 in California, honestly, which is pretty funny. AD, you don't accidentally kill the camera person. Civilians are crazy. Normal is just like the murder hobo. Yeah, the murder hobos, man. I remember seeing the ASG Scorpion Evo in Tom Clancy without remorse. You definitely could have chucked a few in the last game. But here's the thing. I killed 2 of those dudes. Okay, backstory. Last game of the day. King of the Hill. We find the enemy hill. It's somewhere around there. It's in that building apparently, but I didn't realize it. But we're holding down that area. I have like this nice little murder hole, so I'm able to see like the field a little bit past me, so I can see like the houses that guys are moving up in. I see a few Viet Cong, and I'm like, oh crap, there they go. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Lay down a nice little stream. I get one guy out. Another one comes up. Boom, 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 boom. Get him out. And then I hear, oh, they're by the wall. I'm with RPG. He's right behind me, next to me, sort of. Right? Holding down another side of the hill. And I'm like, okay, shit. Like, I threw another smaller murder. I couldn't shoot through this murder hole because it's too small. The rule is if you can't fit your fist through it, you can't shoot through it. So I wasn't about to go in and break the rule. So I was like, okay, I see him moving. He hasn't seen me yet. And there's probably 2 behind that wall. Because I know I PID'd like another one. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm like, all right, ready? Go. And I come out. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, yeah, I got 2. And then I see like 4 or 5 more dudes stacked up behind them. All just look out and pop up and are like, have their guns drawn on me. Ah, shit. Fuck, I'm out, right? I get killed and I'm out and I'm dead, right? And then after a while, they do get RPG. They do get him out. And unfortunately, we are at the epicenter of like this crossfire between our teammates and them. We're underneath this wall. Like we're like in front of this wall, like at the very bottom of it, and there's like right at the edge of it, that's where guys are like popping up and shooting. So our team is shooting up a hill, and a lot of times they're missing and hitting us. I got clocked in the family jewels a few times. Thankfully it was far enough away and the pants had like enough breathing room for the boys, so that I had a little bit of space, a little bit of cushion, so I wasn't like getting hurt there. But I was getting pelted everywhere else. My thumb, dude, freaking like was purple when I came home because I got shot in the thumb. I literally had my hands raised, and one of the Viet Cong thought it'd be funny to zipper my hand. I was like, my hands were still. I wasn't even moving my hands at the moment. My hands were still. And it just zippers it. I was like, are you freaking kidding me, dude? Dude, it was so freaking sad, man. It was so sad. Question: what part of Airsoft is overhyped? Dude, that's crazy. M4s. Understandable why they're popular, but definitely overhyped, I would say, in my opinion. Pants. I saw KW M4 in the rookie. The optic setup made me physically gag. That's funny. That's so hilarious, dude. That's sick. How did you know it was KWA? Did you see the engravings for it? Need a rec for a good shotty. Pretty much any of the Golden Eagle shotguns. They're the same OEM for the Jagarm scatterguns. I have a scattergun, works just fine. But that's a good question, Taylor time. I like the Jagarms, but hear good things about the Golden Eagle shotties. The exact same factory, exact same OEM. I was just watching you guys get pinned. Yeah, dude, freaking help us! Help us! It goes, he's a mini ninja. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thanks, guys. I saw the logo on the side. Oh, El Kringo, bro. El Kringe. That's nuts, dude. I remember, like, whenever I look at something sometimes, or I'll see, like, posters. Or for what video? I think it might have been COD. And there was, like, you see the magazines that they use in, like, the banner, right? They're trying to look all hard and all tough. And you could see the winding wheel for a high cap magazine, bro. It's so cringe. All right, guys, that's going to be it for tonight's live stream. Hopefully you guys had a fun time, guys. I know I did. Again, guys, we have our live stream giveaway happening this Thursday. Do not miss out. Get those orders in. While the promos are over, you can still get free shipping on any orders over $149, and you can still get your entries in. Any order $20 or more, and you have a shot at winning, but you have to make sure that you're watching, otherwise you won't be able to claim the prize. Do not miss out, and I appreciate every single one of you guys for pulling through for tonight's live stream. Tuesday live streams are always my favorite because they're nice, they're laid back and chill. Compared to Thursdays, which can be a little stressful because obviously we're trying to find a winner. But again, hopefully get to see you guys all this coming Thursday. Have yourselves a wonderful night, and of course, like always, stay safe out there. Appreciate every single one of you guys.